Okay, so we're moving on to a little bit more work, guys. We're going to be solving systems using multiplication now. And if you're good at the adding and subtracting, you're going to see that help you with these problems. But I'm also going to give you guys a little cheat code for when you can really go fast. And I'm going to show you the same problem two different ways. So hopefully this will make sense, and you guys get to pick which one of these you guys want to perform. All right, so when doing multiplication, this way will work every time. Might make a little bit of work, but you're going to take the x, the 3 and the 5 x's, and you're going to multiply them by each other. So this 5 is going to come up here, and this 3 is going to come down here. And we're going to do some math that I've already taught you guys. It's called the distributive property. So this top equation, we're going to distribute the 5 to all 3 of them. Rainbow property, if you remember. So I'm going to rewrite this guy. 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 4 is 20. Y. And 5 times 6 is 30. So far, so good. Now this 3 is also going to get multiplied to all 3 of them. And that's going to give us 15x, which is what you want, and 6y, and negative 12. Okay, now when we did the adding and subtracting elimination, you guys were always looking for the numbers and the letters that were the same. So this is an example of subtraction where we needed to subtract the 15s and eliminate the x's. So that 15 will subtract the 6, and when you subtract negative 12, it winds up being positive 12. So now you guys can eliminate the x's. 20 minus 6 is 14y, and 30 plus 12 is 42. So lastly, to solve for y, we will divide by 14 and divide by 14. I'm not going to teach you long division today, but if you just want to get your calculator out, 42 divided by 14 is 3. 3 times 14 is 42. So we solve for y. And what you're going to do, you're always going to solve for y first, doing it this step-by-step way. Okay? So we still need to get the x. We still need to find out what x is. And we're going to do that by plugging it in. We can plug in the 3 next to the 4 or the 2. I'm going to go ahead and pick this guy to plug it into. Rewrite the equation. 3x plus 4 times 3, because we got y, equals 6. And we're going to solve for x. So 4 times 3 is my first step. I got 3x plus 12 equals 6. I minus the 12. I get 3x equals negative 6. Divide by 3 and divide by 3. I get x equals negative 2. Now I'm going to leave all this work, because now I'm going to show you the way that you're going to get your assignments done a little faster. But you're going to need to think. Okay? So when I look at the same problem and I look at all the work it took to get there, I like to give my kids a little shortcut. I'm thinking to myself, well, the 5 and the 3, that's going to take me to 15. But I look at this 2 and I get excited, guys, because I could turn this red 2 into a negative 4 by just multiplying one of the equations. I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by negative 2 and do the distributor property, because it'll turn this guy into negative 4y. This guy will turn into negative 4y. I can eliminate the y's, and I can get the work done a lot faster. So let's go ahead and multiply negative 2 times 5, which is negative 10x. Negative 2 times 2, which is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4, which is positive 8. Now, you guys don't have to do this, but I'm going to rewrite it so it looks good on the board. I'm going to write that top one right here, so that you guys can see. We're just going to eliminate the y's like we did with the addition part. 10 is negative, 3 is positive, that's negative 7x. 8 plus 6 is 14. divide by -7 and divide by -7, and x equals -2. And that's what we got over here. Now, I'm not even gonna plug it in because you guys know how to do that. You get -2 first, and when you plug it in, and you do it right, you'll get 3. Because you guys have gotten so good at plugging things in. So, good luck, need practice.